because you have a stupid mug.
Cheers! It's not stupid. It keeps it cold.
Oh, he didn't ride behind us. What fun is that?
Oh, he's going behind us now. No, it's going to take a while. Welcome to Cocktail Hour at the Coop. I am Liz from Arrow Acres. This is my sister Leanne, our producer Carrie, and my mom, the Peanut Gallery, are behind. Hopefully I got them in there.
So we have a shtick that if Carrie was doing it, mouthing it, she knows how we start our podcast.
Sorry for my hat. My hair is awful today, so you get a hat today. I don't know where it was.
So we just had a basket.
Oh, my stuff's over there. So we're at the farm today, at our parents' farm, Arrow Acres Farm in Wall, New Jersey, because I and my mother belong to a fiber, and Carrie belong to a local fiber guild, and we had a workshop on basket making today. So you want to see what I made?
So nice.
Look at that basket. It's not trimmed up on the inside yet, but
I was wondering because when I took the pictures, I noticed there was some like scraggly
when
things.
they dry all the way, then you can snip them.
Oh.
So they were still wet then, so they're a little funky. But look.
So tell them about your guild.
So our guild is a local group of women, and we meet on the third Monday of the month in Oakhurst, New Jersey, and a member leads each of those meetings. So we come up with like twice a year, two or three times a year, we decide what we're going to do for the next few months, and we come up with projects, so certain things that we want to learn, and we say, does anybody know how to do that? And if they do, they're the one who teaches us.
And usually you do. It's very rare you have someone that doesn't know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
I was a member for a year, but I really just went to the parties.
Yeah. We have a bunch of members who do that.
I did. I only went to the parties. And I went to the rug hooking.
Yeah.
And I made an ornament. And I really enjoyed that. But I really am just kind of a knitter. So
Our
I'm not in it
annual
now.
fees are $15.
Yeah.
And then the materials fee for each class are like super cheap. So to make this basket cost me $11 today.
Nice.
Like there's no teacher fee because we all help each other out, and we only charge like for what the materials cost, and usually the guild picks up a little bit of that. So like our last meeting, we did the leather shawl cuffs, and the material fee was $3.
They were really nice.
They're awesome. So it's really fun. So if you are local or local-ish and are thinking of, you're looking for a
What's
place
the
to
name?
go, it's called the Shore Fiber Arts Guild.
And they have a lovely logo.
Yes, that she just designed for us. And we have a website, so it's all below.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's probably
This-
other ones like
Weather was a 10.
Oh, the weather is.
Stunning.
picture perfect today. All weekend.
This was the basket we made in 2017. Is that upside down?
See that? I like the wood burn.
2017.
I did that.
So
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
did.
definitely burn this one because it has a similar bottom.
You have a wood burner, right?
I do. So this was the last one that we did. I use it for my empty grocery bags, and it goes on my pantry door, and it's just nice to have. So I really enjoy making baskets. Carrie, on the other hand, is happy to have a basket, will never make another basket in her life. Ever.
But now you appreciate how much they cost when you go to those festivals and see them, right?
Who needs home goods?
Got a big fly on our screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very nice. The fly wants to be in our podcast.
I'm going to
So-
insert the photo of what? Oh.
Oh, with the group
We have
basket.
a whole group basket. Ready?
Can I talk about this real quick?
Yes.
I wore this in our last podcast that we were in our neighbor's little detour photo booth, which, ooh, that was quite an episode. But I was wearing it and I took it off to put on weird hat, the beret, I think, and then I like that.
Or the drug hat.
I did not know what that is. It looked cute too. I enjoyed it. You look cute in that little hat with the red little thing.
I love that
it was
little
very
red one,
cute.
the boondock one,
Yeah.
or whatever it said.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, the little twirly guys.
It was fun. Yeah, so if you watched last episode, we were in our friend's photo booth. But anyway, this is a headband that I made from the Nomadic Knits.
Issue what?
I don't
Below.
remember. The Arizona one, like the Midwest one. So whatever that one was. It's the Echo
Southwest.
Canyon.
Southwest.
Echo Canyon headband. And I made it with Quince and Company yarn. And it almost died. I told you the story, right? Did you hear the story?
Oh, no, nobody heard the story. I
Okay.
almost put it in, but I
Okay.
didn't.
Listen to this story.
After we filmed.
We filmed that last podcast. So our neighbors, Amy and Mike, they live across
I'm
the
gonna
field.
give you a
No, you don't need to. It's just a big field. It's a big field from here
I
to
can
there.
show them.
No, but they don't need to know.
All right.
Anyway, we packed. I had a wagon because I brought food and things, and had a little kid wagon, and I had my knitting basket in there, and I had the shawl that I showed you that's for the teacher, and I had this in it, and I had my knitted sweater, and anyway, Chase pulled it back to the house. The next day, Amy, my neighbor, was walking her dog, who normally walks the perimeter of the giant field, but didn't have
We
an,
walk up the middle.
we
to
walk
get
up
to
the
their
middle.
house,
She didn't have time to do the perimeter, so she decided to walk through the middle of the field,
which she never does.
never ever does. Notices my headband and the shawl that I made for the teacher that took my son on the trip on the ground, picked it up, brought it to my house, put it on the railing, and texts me, I found your shawl and your headband, I put it at the house. Turns around and they were mowing the grass.
Neighbor Mike, and it's
Neighbor-
not a lawnmower.
No, like
it's
a tractor.
And he would never
He
have
never
paid
would've seen it.
attention
That would have been really bad.
if that thing got.
It would have been
Mike would have been pissed,
and I wouldn't even know
and
where
your
it was.
shawl would have been just disintegrated.
Gone, and I wouldn't have known where it was because I had no idea it was missing.
He wouldn't have known what he killed.
Yeah, he would
He
have.
would've thought,
He would have had no idea what it was, and be like, "Oh, those neighbors are leaving stuff in the grass again."
So
We love neighbor.
Oh,
Mike.
we love neighbor Mike.
But he's a little
all our
cranky
neighbor Mikes. Yes.
Oh, it's not neighbor Mike. It's not Amy's husband, neighbor Mike. It's another neighbor Mike.
We have 3 neighbor Mikes. We have
Three.
neighbor Mike, newish neighbor Mike, or you call them the new
Mr.
Coughlers.
The new Coughlers. The people who lived there
Yes.
before.
Whose sprinklers are broken, I think.
They spray really high.
Huge, and like at their mailbox, like shh, like something's not right there. Anyway,
Yeah.
so anyway, it survived the trip.
We're really dark again, I think.
We are, but I don't know what to do about it. We're outside. All right.
Just keep talking.
So
All right.
anyway,
Sorry,
so
I
Rhinebeck
tried
is coming. We're like getting close. How
I
many
started
months?
my Rhinebeck shopping list this week.
Oh, I don't.
Liz, I'm trying to crochet.
Okay, so Rhinebeck,
Got a list.
August 15th, which is this coming week, right? Yes. The merchandise pre-order sale is going.
Rhinebeck is not August 15th. Are you losing it?
No, the pre-order for all
Now
the
I got it.
stuff is happening. So if you go on the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, you can pre-order your swag, and then you have to pick it up there. They don't ship it. So, or if you know a friend that's going, needs to pick it up for you. But anyway, that's my logo, and it's exciting. So
I'm going to put a picture here so you can see what it looks like.
So that's happening. So that's really like coming up soon. And there's a lot of fun things. So if you follow all the people, there's a lot going on that weekend. There's Needles Up, which is Sue and Chelsea. They're doing their thing
From
for
Legacy Knits.
who are awesome. And then Chrissy Glass and Leah Sickle started Rhinebeck Bazaar.
Which
yarn.
you did the logo
We did
for.
the logo for. And
There's India
there's
Untangled.
Entangled, all that stuff. There's knit nights. There's lots going on for Rhinebeck. So Rhinebeck has exploded completely. So you can do little
So
or nothing. But there's a lot of things. So keep your eye out for all that stuff. And so the prepping has begun. My knitting had started, but
Yeah.
I sucked at that one sweater. So
Wow.
now I'm restarting. So we have that. I have some of that to show. Do you have any Rhinebeck stuff to show coming up? Because last summer we did our Rhinebeck sweater, or like our Rhinebeck cowl.
Well, we could do that for like an early September. We could do that for like a September episode,
All right.
right?
Sure, I don't know. Get ready for Rhinebeck. Because it's happening. We just had our
happening.
wardrobe discussion. We know we're eating in October. We know what we're wearing in October. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. But
Is my bun sauce still at your house or is it empty?
Oh,
It's gone. So Carrie, producer
it's
Carrie,
gone.
stopped at the Socrates Buns restaurant, which if you've been watching for a while, we love buns in Rhinebeck. It's a burger joint. It is so good, and it's the sauce It makes it so good. And they were supposed to be starting to sell their sauce. They told us last year. So Carrie went because her aunt lives near the other one, and she stopped and she picked me up a bottle of sauce. And it was the last bottle. It was the last bottle, and
So
I got
good.
it, and it's gone. And it was delicious.
It's so
I
good.
put it on everything. I even put it in my tuna salad.
That's why it's gone.
I put it on sandwiches, like ham and
Oh.
cheese sandwiches.
I was in the grocery store and there was
On tortilla
like in the
chips?
mayonnaise aisle and it like looked bun-ish. I'm like, ooh, kind of the same stuff. I'll buy it. It's not even
It's
close.
called Buns Zesty Mayo.
It's
So if you're in
good.
Saugerties or Rhinebeck area, stop at Buns, have a burger and the fries, because the fries are awesome too.
Hi to our friend that we met at Buns who went
Yes,
there
hi.
because of you. Because I wrote
Buns
something
fan.
and she wrote
Cat
something.
something, right?
Yeah. She wrote on Instagram. She's like, remember, I'm the one you met. I'm like, yes. She went there because
Yeah.
of us.
It was awesome.
So yummy.
Awesome.
I'll definitely be there over Rhinebeck.
But I brought it
again.
to my parents because we had burgers the other night, and
Oh, now it's
we
all
finished
gone.
it. So sad.
All right, so I finished the body of my Rhinebeck sweater, one of them. But I just have to do the sleeves.
Hold on.
Do you want to talk about that yet?
Right,
No?
right quick now. Farm
Is it
days.
in 1800s?
Yeah, farm days.
Yes!
So can we talk about farm days real quick? So our farm is closed currently for the summer, but we reopen the last weekend in September. This year it's September 28th and 29th, and we are open from 10 to 4 both days. And it is a crazy fun weekend. So we have a big tent set up. We have lots of stuff. My mom has a pen underneath with an alpaca in it, and you can get right up to it and pet it and everything. And then my dad gives tours all day long. It's all free to do all that kind of stuff. He has carrots. You don't need to make an appointment. You just come, hop in on a tour, and you learn all about the alpacas. You get to see them, get up close. Our store will be open, so we have lots and lots of new merchandise.
And the
That's
girls from
starting
the
to come
guild
in.
come and spin and
Yep.
show how
Hopefully
we do
have
all
a couple
the stuff.
people. We set up samples.
Tractors.
Like Lee and Andy have tons of stuff that they've made,
Yeah.
so you can see all sorts of patterns and different things that have been made.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's tractors for the kids to play on, not working, just
Yeah,
stationary.
but the kids love it.
And then
Yes.
and
parents
then
love
we have, my dad makes Dirty Water hot dogs all day long, so we have free hot dogs.
Purple Debbie's
and
favorite thing.
chips and apple cider and apples, and all of that's free.
You
But-
can learn about alpacas.
Yeah, and we have lots of information. We put out lots of magazines about alpacas, and any kind of question you would ever have about alpacas is going to be answered that day.
Yeah, so if you've been wanting to come to the farm and you live a little farther away, it's a great
a really fun
weekend to
weekend.
come.
But if you can't come that weekend, that's the start of our season. So we're open every single weekend except Rhinebeck weekend from then until the end of May, pretty much. There's a few weekends here and there where some of us are away and it just doesn't work out that we can't be open. But yeah, from then on, like through the holidays, and we open up extra hours for the holidays.
Yeah. So we'll be
So
here. That's
there's
fun.
that. I just want to make
Save
sure
the
everybody
date.
knows. Save the date.
Come say hi.
And you can follow us on, if you don't follow us on Instagram, I'm Arrow Acres Farm Yarn. I post a lot on there. And we also have a Facebook page, Arrow Acres Farm. We just
We're
got
getting
even
darker and darker. I just
So we need
noticed
to
that.
move.
I'm hitting. Oh, there
There.
it is. We had to move. It's dark.
It was
Well,
too
it's still
dark.
weird lighting. but
Whatever. Outside, on the farm, that's what you
fine.
get.
So
Good
you're
new
talking.
angle.
What were we talking about?
There's
Farm
it
day.
looks like there's no alpacas because it's dinner time. So that was farm day. Yeah, we finished farm day.
Okay. All right. So
So now farm day's over
it's not
at
over.
the end of
You just
September.
start-
Well, I'm done talking about farm day, so now we can talk about Rhinebeck again. So we can talk about the wardrobes and the sweaters and all the fun stuff.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So
A little high today.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. I look very tall. So we.
I'm also in a shorter chairs.
So I made that one sweater doesn't fit, scrapped it. So I have this one, I showed you part of it. So I finished
Maybe it'll fit my fat arms.
which one? That one in there? In the coop? You can try it. So I finished my body of my sweater. This is the Noten sweater. And
By
ANKESTRICK.
Swift, Inks, something like that.
Just link it. So in the last podcast I said I ran out of pink yarn, but Carrie and I went on a little yarn trip, which we're going to insert all that footage too. And I found some more. So I have enough to make my sleeves. So I'm very excited.
Hooray!
Yay! So I found this at the Blue Pearl yarn store.
Let's back up
And
a wee
where
bit.
was that? Madison?
Ready?
Madison, New Jersey.
Back your chair up a tiny bit if you can. Oh yeah, you can just sit
beep,
back.
beep.
That's better because then we're bright.
Um,
You could see. Cause
so
it's
I'm all set now. So I have this. So this will be one of my days. I think maybe Sunday or depending on the weather. I still have to block it.
Let's hope it's cool for Rhinebeck
Please
for all
be
the sweater
cool for
makers.
Rhinebeck. So that's one night.
So
Yeah. And then my other one, I just ordered yarn for. I'm going to steek and streak with Christy Glass.
are you so nervous to steek it?
No, I've steeked a couple times now.
All right. For all you first-time steekers, I don't think there's going to be any first-time steekers. If there
There'll
is,
be
it's gonna
first time
really
steekers
exciting.
because this is exciting for steekers.
So if you haven't heard about Steek and Streak, we talked about it with Christy Glass on our last 2 episodes
ago.
You knit everything, even your button band, like get it all set, ready to go. And then on camera, Saturday morning, go
Cut
on
it.
her information. She's going to be posting stuff about what
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
You're going to meet in the parking lot before the festival opens. And you're going to cut your sweater
Woo, and you're
on
going to go
camera.
woo, woo. That's exciting.
And please wear something underneath.
It doesn't come apart. Well, no, it does.
It
If you don't
does
do
if
it
you
right.
don't do it right.
Don't use superwash wool. I sewed mine with the sewing machine and then I was totally fine. So real wool, sewing machine, in my opinion, I've steeked 3 times. The only time I did it correctly was with the sewing machine. Zoop. Do that, cut it, we're good. So I have that and then we got some other plans. You're going to teach me how to crochet and I'm going to make a farm girl shawl,
Yeah, man.
right?
Yeah.
Planning the outfits.
So, I made my other poncho. I think that's the one I'll wear. But I just made a new poncho.
The Dickie one?
Yeah, my Dickie.
Let's keep it clean, girls.
Oh, last episode was not
You
clean.
should have had warning.
No, it was clean humor.
The
That
don't
was
burn
like,
your balls.
Don't burn your balls.
Started out talking about balls too this morning.
Balls.
Christina was-
balls. All right. So-
Wait, someone said we were funnier than the SNL Sweaty Balls,
Yes.
which is like a huge compliment because that's one of the funniest SNL skits of all times.
So
Should we talk like this?
I made another poncho. And this is a pattern I like modified it from another pattern. I did a different stitch and I added a collar and I changed the sizes a little bit, but I made a new one. So let's see if I can get it over my hat. Oh, thank you. Do you love it with my hat? I gotta get dressed. So it's an asymmetrical poncho,
Very cool.
I love it.
but I think I may wear this one day. But
Yep,
because it has
that's a good Friday one, you
But-
know, needles
yeah,
up,
yeah.
the yarn
I
bazaar.
said because it has this, I can't wear a scarf. So I have to make a cool headband. And
I
you
think-
were just talking
So
about
we were
that.
thinking, what are they called?
Proddy flowers.
Proddy flowers. It's like a felted,
rug
rug
hooking.
hooking thing. So I'm thinking we do Proddy flower headbands on for Friday for our
Yeah, I think-
all of our festivities.
So
that
do we
we're-
do burlap? Or do like we attach them to something
Anyway,
else?
attach them to a- No, I am already on it.
My mom is on it. Peanut Gallery. She's on it. That's what we're gonna wear.
So this I think would be my Friday outfit maybe.
Friday outfit. That's
With like
because
a long sleeve
yeah,
black.
because we shop
underneath.
like Needles Up was warm last year, so you have to be prepared to be inside. And then
Oh,
the yarn
it was
Baz-
very warm last
and then
year.
the yarn bazaar is outside.
And is Needles
I
Up at the same
think.
place this year?
Yep, Needles Up
So
same
be
place.
prepared. It was very
It was
warm.
very warm last year. Not doesn't mean it's gonna be warm this year, but
No,
it was
but
really hot.
More than likely.
So
Buzzing now.
that's good for Friday.
yeah.
Okay, what else?
So more.
Um,
I've got foes. I got no whips.
whips.
Do you have any whips?
Yeah, I got whips.
So let's do the whips
Whips.
first.
Well, my sweater was a whip. So my
Oh,
leaves of grass I did
perfect.
bring
Oh,
because I've been talking about it and I have showed it, but I just finished the
It's
whole
bigger than a
entire.
Rasta hat.
It's gigantic. You could fit a whole body in here. I just finished the whole middle part of my leaves of grass, and now I'm going to be doing the knitted edge. So I just thought I would. So this is
I'll
like
help hold.
that's like half of it. See, it's on the needle, so,
So
you
see,
can't.
yeah, this is the middle. Where's the middle? This is the middle. Pull it so that they can.
Hold it out so you can see the
Yeah.
pretty lace work.
Don't put it in the washer.
Don't put this in the washer or dryer. Note to self.
Or use superwash.
If
and then
you
don't have a
watched in the
problem.
past, I made this years ago and I shrunk it by accident. No, I didn't do superwash. This is regular merino.
That's what I'm saying. If you do superwash, if you dude superwash, you'd be
So
fine.
my only issue is this is Schweitzer's fiber mill yarn. I've talked about this before. I knew I was not going to have enough, and I'm not. This is all I have left.
Oh no.
So I wrote to them. I haven't heard back yet. I don't know if they're going to have more, but that's okay. I'm gonna pick a different color and do my knitted edge.
This looks really pretty with
And
it.
and there's no, well, I need that for my sweater though.
I know.
And there's no rush on it. It's a blanket. And the last time I knit this, I watched Downton Abbey on Netflix in the red envelope. You know, when it used to come in the mail.
That's how I watched Downton Abbey.
Oh, it come
one
in
at
the
a time.
mail, and then you'd watch it, and you send it back, and
I
you'd
think
wait.
I upgraded to 2
And you had
at
to
a
make sure,
time.
and you had to make sure that your cue was correct.
Yeah, so that
you
you
know,
got,
you got the next. Oh, anyway.
And I'm pretty sure I upgraded
Those were the
my
days.
I upgraded my Netflix to 2 at a time. You know how you get them 1 at a time, 2 at a time, or 3
yes.
at a time? I think I upgraded to 2 at a time for Downton Abbey.
Listen, our kids know. They just stream it. They don't know what it was like to have to go to Blockbuster Video on a Friday night, and you'd see that case, and you'd be like, "There's nothing behind it."
Speaking of Blockbuster,
you'd see it.
and everybody loves Schitt's Creek, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
And
haven't
they
seen the
owned
episodes.
like a Blockbuster. Like that's the storyline. That's how they have their money. I have a new show. It's on Hulu, and it's called For Weddings and a Funeral. It's based off of the old movie, but it's
Yeah.
nothing like the old movie at all.
Ah.
And it's the first season is out right now. There's only been like 4 or 5 episodes. It is great. And the main character is the girl from Game of Thrones who is Khaleesi's interpreter. Like the black girl with the great hair.
Oh, I only watched the last season, so I don't know.
Well, I don't know if she's in it because I haven't gotten there yet, so don't
Oh,
spoil.
well, but
I'm on season 6.
But anyway.
No spoiler alert.
so the first one was Downton Abbey on Netflix, red envelope. This one has been knitted watching Outlander.
So this is your Outlander.
This is my Outlander. I was very late to the Outlander party. Andy loved it. You watched it, Mom.
As am I with Game of Thrones.
Loved it, and I don't know what happened. Why I didn't get. I loved the first season. I couldn't understand, so I had to put subtitles on. He's cute, but I didn't know what he was saying. And then he is so cute. That Jamie Fraser. Woo! Third season,
Watch the first
I
season.
am hooked. And you know when Tony said, "I'll like when they go to America."
Yeah.
Well, she's in America right now. He's not. They're in like hundreds of years difference. Oh, it's so good. So this is my Outlander project.
So do you think it's a true story?
Who said that? Who
Did you
thought
hear
that?
Peanut Gallery?
My mother asked if that was a true story. I love my kids go, "What is happening? Someone disappeared through a stone. What are you watching?" I'm like, "It's just
enjoy it.
just pretend it's real. You don't disappear through
It's
stones
like,
and time
it's
travel.
like Game of Thrones.
When you find that your
that's not
old
real.
husband is still alive, he didn't die in the battle."
What was that movie with
In
Sandra Bullock
1720?
and Keanu Reeves with like the? Oh no, it wasn't Sandra Bullock. It was Keanu Reeves and somebody like with the mailbox.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know what that was, but I don't know the name of it. Time Traveler's Wife, one of my favorite books of all time.
Oh, that was like a book. I feel better now.
Reading.
I feel like
Can I
I'm
talk
not
about
so, like,
reading real quick?
tiny.
And then you have finished objects.
I do. I got bows.
Reading. Well, I'm reading New York and it's very good, but it's like this big and it fell apart. So and I tried another one for book club, but I didn't like it. But right now I am reading Ask Again, Yes. And it's this, yes. Ask Again.
By
I don't know,
somebody.
Mary Jane something.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.
Knitted Gallery.
Oh.
Oh. Anyway, I read The Walking People a couple months ago, and it's the same author, and I am loving this book, and I can't put it down, and it's been a long time since I've had a book that I can't put down. So I don't know
alright.
if it's going to be good, but it's right now. Cannot
That's
put
the
it
one.
down, and I have it for like 9 more days because I got it at the library, the 2 weeks that you can't renew, so I'm going to finish the book.
So speaking of reading,
Love
we
it.
have a reader in our house. Wade loves books. Wade.
after my own
So
heart.
my oldest son is 6. He's almost 7. We're reading Harry Potter right now. We just started the 2nd book, but he's also very into the Magic Treehouse books, the Jack and Annie books. And he, like in the middle of the day, he's like, "Mom, can you read to me, please?" Like puts down the tablet, doesn't want the TV, doesn't want toys, wants me to read to him.
I have to pay money to people every week to get my child to read because he hates reading that much, and he doesn't like
so
to do
does
it.
my little one.
And my punishment as a kid was I wasn't allowed to read at night.
So I have a reader, but he doesn't physically read. He's not great at reading yet.
But he enjoys the story.
So now.
It was my punishment.
But you know what? Now my thing is,
Sweet Valley High,
He has to
Babysitter's
re-
Club. Oh,
he has to read we take out another book,
Yeah.
and he has to read at least 4 or 5
Yeah.
pages before I will read to him.
Yeah,
more.
I'm doing that with Chase
So-
right now. It's super.
And so we have a reader. Like he,
How long
like
do I have to read? How many more
No.
pages? I already read.
I think Grant. I think I was like that, and I think Grant's like
Well,
that.
it's
so.
annoying. Why don't you
yeah.
just like to read? It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
If
to
you're
do.
not good at it and you can't comprehend it quickly,
I know.
it's difficult. And that's how I
All
was.
right,
So.
well, whatever. I don't like to do
It's
math.
not fun. It's not fun when you're not good at it.
Yeah, like math. I don't do
Yeah,
that.
you do math homework all day long.
Nope.
That's how some of us feel about reading. I mean, now as an adult, I can read. I don't read.
All right,
Watch
show
TV
your
now.
stuff.
All right, I got foes. So last time I talked about the dotty cowl, which is here
In the sunlight,
Ooh.
in the... There you go. That's good.
And it's reversible. I did more, and I did it because once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. It's tricky at first. So I did it with a much bigger hook than the pattern calls for. The colors are not coming out just right, but then reverse it. Look at that. It's like 2 different things. So it's really fun. I also...
Yeah, the colors are not showing up.
No, the color's not
That's
showing
like a
up
really
even a little.
cool, like, jewel tone blue and green.
And this is it doesn't show like this part. Like the colors are striping, it's not showing up. So I also did a ear warmer in it. So it's really versatile once you get going.
Super cute.
So I did those 2. And then I made just a simple hat, but this is with, oh my gosh, it's white.
It doesn't look
Ivory.
white.
It doesn't look white. Whatever. Now it does. It's like a little slouchy, but it
Oh, it
was
feels
a new.
really cool.
I tried like a new brim. It's a cotton alpaca blend from Sierra Yarns, who we're going to be
Looks
carrying in the
nice.
fall, and it's like a corded yarn. You know, like those like braided yarns, like very round, little chunky. So I really enjoyed working with this yarn. Can they see it? It's pretty cool, but there's no pattern. I just kind of made it up.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that it's that kind of yarn.
And then, because I'm in, so that'll be for sale. So then I'm in production mode. So the rest of the yarn from this dotty I used on this hat.
It's really bright.
And this is a free pattern. Oh, and the pattern's on my phone right now. So I found it on Pinterest. It's called like it's called the Shell Beanie or something, but I will put a link to this one because it's free. I use contrasting colors. They don't on their pattern, and I added a pom-pom just because I felt like
Pom-poms are super...
I knew I didn't have enough yarn for this part of it. So I still have to block this. But so I do contrasting colors and I match the pom-pom if you think you don't have enough yarn. But I did have enough yarn. I could have finished. I could have done the whole thing. But I used this in a Farm Girl, which I thought I brought, and it's home. So I mixed that with some grays and the rest of the white. So
I have one other project.
those are my foes.
College quilt.
Oh yeah, college quilt. Gotta talk about the college quilt.
So my oldest is a
Oh
C, gonna be a C.
C.
Yeah, you wait.
I
you
know.
just wait.
No.
Because you know
No,
what? You
it's
think your kids are going to be these cute little teeny tiny things for your whole life, and you know what? They're not. They get old, and they grow facial hair, and they smell, and then you don't like them, and then you like them again, and then you don't want them to leave. I'm not hoping, but I'm hoping he turns into like such a jerk this year that I'm like, go to college.
Well, Wade is going to be that way for me, but Grant is not going to be that way.
Wade, do not watch this podcast ever. She just said she's not going to miss you. So anyway,
No,
listen.
I'm not going to miss the 5,000 questions. Hopefully he doesn't have 5,000 questions a day when he turns 17 or 18, but I think he will.
I think he will.
So
anyway.
he's that kind of person.
All right. So
I love him dearly. Love him.
Okay, so I used to quilt back in the day. That was my first craft. It was my first love, and I absolutely loved quilting, and I have not done it. We figured out since Brady was a baby. I think that was my last quilt, and
He's going to be 12.
12. So it's been a long time, and anyway, so my son and we looked through some quilting patterns, and I think I talked about it, how I wish there was like a Ravelry for quilts.
Yeah.
But I did end up deciding on the Diamond Ripples quilt by Then Came June, I believe is the name.
You have a picture?
Yes. We'll put a picture. Yes. We'll put a picture in.
And you picked out fabric, and we're going to put
So-
that picture in.
Well, I'm going to show it too. So I said to my son, here's the colors I was thinking. And he said, well, I'll go. I had off for a week. I took off and I did a staycation. I stayed home and it was wonderful. So I said, well, I'm going to go to the fabric store because it's hard to get there. I went to Stitch and Sew in Long Branch. They have pretty
Lakewood.
much Lakewood, not Long Branch.
Not Long Branch.
Very different. Well, kind of different.
Very different.
Very different. Stitch and Sew. They have pretty much everything you need or want. They have it there. So I went down there and Dalton said to me, well, I'll go with you on a Thursday morning. High school senior boy. Clutch my pearls. He went with me. And he went with a different color scheme than I thought. I was going to do like Steelers subdued. I was going to do like grays and white.
So if you're
and
not
black
a football
and
fan,
gold.
Steelers are black.
Black and yellow.
Yellow.
And it's hideous. But that's his favorite
And
thing
what
in the
are
whole
the other
wide
colors
world.
in the diamonds? Red?
Red, but they're really black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow. If you're Steelers fans, you
Terrible
know what I'm talking
towel.
about. Yeah, it's black and
If
yellow.
you saw any of her posts on, did you put his posts on Instagram on your?
No, not Cocktower
Oh.
Coop, just my personal.
If
He
you're on the
is
personal.
huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
He went all over Greece and Italy and took pictures with his terrible towel.
Everywhere.
Colosseum. Acropolis.
Everywhere. I love him. So anyway, he went more he's a burgundy fan, big time.
So am I.
So he ended up picking burgundies and like, I don't know what these are, white and
see.
look at this fabric. It's fun.
There's
all cut.
mustaches.
It's all like shaving stuff, which I thought was kind of cute.
And it's
that he-
navy and like a cream.
No, it's like dark, it's like charcoal.
That's
not navy.
to me.
No, it's not. It's charcoal.
Outside it's navy.
And then there's like I had
That's
to pick
charcoal.
a medium gray, and then I had to pick a dark, like a black. He has that. That's dark. It's darker than it looks. And then the other one, it's all sewed up. It's like postcard. Look, he thought it was a Constitution. He got very excited, but it's like you can see it through there. It's like all handwriting. They're postcards.
Is it the wrong side?
Yeah, it's the wrong side. They're all
So why are they so together?
because
'cause
I'm
you
gonna cut them. So I'm in
All right,
production
so for the
mode.
non-sewers like me, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, so this one is you sew it all the way around.
There we go.
Okay, and then what I'm gonna end up doing is cutting this, and I end up
So
with
the right
4.
side is facing in right
Yeah.
now. This is the wrong side
Yeah.
facing out.
So I'll cut that, and then I'll have my triangles.
4 little triangles.
Yeah, so the entire quilt is all triangles. So here's like some that are already made,
Here,
and I
I'll
have the
hold
white. So if
Put
you're
it
a
up close
quilter,
so you can see it.
if you're a
'Cause
quilter,
the non-quilters, this doesn't make sense because that was
No.
confusing.
and I have, okay, so I'm bad at math, which we just said, but I have to say that quilting helped, I'm terrible. Quilting helped my math. It did, because you have to add, well, they kind of tell you what to do, but you have to add in a lot of seam allowances and things and then trim them
Oh
down.
yeah, add extra quarter inch,
Yeah, because
quarter
this
inch.
big giant
that equals a
square
half an
ends up
inch.
being little 4-inch squares.
Sorry.
Someone said I shouldn't say how bad I am at math. I said, why? That's who I am.
Who cares?
Embrace it. So anyway, that's...
Embrace what you're good at and
So-
let people help you with what you're bad at.
So I machine.
Hey.
So when I quilt, I machine piece now, and I hand quilt everything. So once that is done, once it's all pieced, I will get my backing and my thing, and I will baste it, and then I'm going to hand quilt that sucker. It usually takes me about a year to hand quilt a quilt, and it's going to be like a twin bed size.
Like the size for that mine is on my couch.
no, yours is way bigger.
Oh.
Yours is big. Yours is
I
a big
love
giant
mine.
square. I made her a log cabin quilt, and I was gonna make Dalton that. Oh, I have a funny story. So I was gonna make a log cabin quilt. That was the other option, but he decided on this other one. So we're there. We're shopping. He's got all the bolts of fabric. He's carrying them, and he sees this. Did you hear this story already?
No.
He sees the Steelers fabric, and he's like, "Mom,
There was Steelers
they have
fabric.
Steelers fabric." I'm like, "Do you want me to make you a quilt with that?" And he goes, "I don't know. It's really cool." And then he looked above him, and the sign above him said juvenile. And he said, "It's in the juvenile section." So no, but he was like, so
That's what I
so
really want.
I'm gonna go back and buy some and make him like a pillowcase or something. He really wanted this, and it was next to the Yankee fabric too.
You should make him a pillow. That's one side Steelers, one side Yankees.
He'd love it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
also, so this quilt is actually the colors of one of the schools he's looking at and he's applying to,
Which one?
USC. And I had a dream the other night that he was going to school at University of Pittsburgh, and we were moving him in his dorm room, and he had plastered the entire dorm room with black and yellow Steelers stuff, even though Pittsburgh, the college, is blue and gold, but it was all Steelers. And he said to me, "Mom, I think I need you to make me a new quilt." So in the morning, I said to him, is this going to be okay? Like, if you go, he's like, yes, it's fine. Like, I'm not making another quilt.
No.
Black and yellow quilt.
No.
So we'll see. We'll see where he ends up. All that's just starting now, the applying process. I physically got ill when he sent me the email that applications were up and we can start applying. I say we. I'm not going. He's going. I might
She
just.
wishes
I
he
wish I was
was.
going. We had to pick out his graduation picture for the yearbook.
Oh, his graduation pictures were awesome.
Okay. They had him do the normal.
He looked so handsome,
First
but
of
it
all-
was so funny.
First of all, I was hoping they did the over the shoulder like
That's a
those
girl thing.
with the rose. No, he was in a suit or a tux, very nice. Cap and gown, very nice. Then they made him do casual poses, and they tell them what to do, and he was like this.
Except they told him before he went they would provide everything.
Yes.
So he wouldn't need to. So he wore like an old T-shirt.
Old T-shirt. It said, boys, everything will be provided for your picture. Who knew he was doing a casual with a...
I'm very serious right now
It was
with my old
old
crappy
T-shirt.
T-shirt on. But he looked so handsome in it.
He did. We
He
laughed.
looks really nice in it.
It's funny.
But it's just funny because he had no idea, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm wearing like a crappy old T-shirt.
But it was his like class of 2020 T-shirt from Spirit Week, so at least it was high school.
Wait, so do you know that? So my husband Nick, when he was a freshman in college, going into his freshman year of college,
You don't know the story.
he was going into his freshman year of college, had to go for like orientation in the middle of the summer at Montclair State University, and somebody came up to him, a photographer, and said, "Can we use you for the billboards? Can we take pictures of you?" All right, sure. So he's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So he goes, and I go with him, and he had a white T-shirt and like jeans on, and he had his like shirt in the back of the car, old Honda. So we drive up together, and I was just there so we didn't have to drive alone. And we get there, and he goes, "I forgot my shirt. I don't have," like he had like a polo shirt or something he was supposed to wear. Did not have polo shirt. So we walk in, and they're like, it's fine, we'll find something for you." They found him like a jean jacket, and he like, slung it over his shoulder, and he's not that kind of guy.
He was on the admissions packet.
he was on, like,
billboards.
everything.
A bus.
And-
a bus went by me one day, and there was Nick's giant head. He was the face of Montclair University.
And I had really curly hair back then.
Didn't they
before
take
children.
your picture? Were you in it too?
Yeah. So I had really curly hair, and they're like, "We want to take your picture." I was like, "But I'm not going here."
You did end up going there.
I did eventually, but I wasn't planning on going there. I was going into my senior year, and they were like, "Can we please take pictures? We'll blur you out, and you'll be in the background."
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
right.
Sure, whatever. So I was apparently on a bus
You were
and a billboard, also.
You were on a billboard right by Trenton, because right where Rick's
And I
grandparents
was
used to live, Nick's
blurred
face,
out
and you
in
were
the
in the blurry
back.
background.
So yeah, there's that.
Maybe Dalton will.
Insert a photo.
Maybe Dalton will be.
I
Do
don't
you
have a
still
photo
have
of it. I have
used to be on
nothing.
Mom's fridge.
Got
the
nothing.
admissions packet.
No.
It was Nick and 3 other people, like with the white background. Remember?
Montclair State University. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, all right. So the end of this, I'm also going to
This was
insert.
supposed to be like a 10-minute video, and we are well over half
but
an hour.
I would like to insert at the end of this. Oh,
There's
there
the
goes
golf
Grandpa.
cart.
So, real quick,
There's a beer in
Carrie,
the
do you
cooler.
want to be in this while I talk about it?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
So, okay, so
Producer
Come
Carrie,
on,
move closer
producer.
at least. Move closer so they can hear you. Just sit at the table right here.
yeah, come sit here.
Come sit here because they can't hear you back there. So if you want to add anything, they need to hear you.
All right. So, when Lizzie and my mom were going to Nashville, I looked.
Can I get a refill while you're talking about
Yes.
this?
So when they were going to Nashville, and I looked up online because there's a duet that I really enjoy called The Young Fables, and I thought, oh, I wonder if they're there when they're going to be, and they go see them. And they were playing, but the wrong times. And then I noticed they were going to be in New Jersey, and I got very, very excited. So I said, who's going to go with me? My husband didn't want to go. So I said, Carrie will go with me. So I text Carrie, you want to go with me? And she was like, sure! Because she's up for anything because she's like that. And then I think she realized, like, where is she taking me? So anyway, she said yes, and which was awesome. And she also realized there's 2 yarn stores on the way. So we made it like a whole little day. And we when did we leave? Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Something like that. Like,
Yep, we headed up and we drove up to, where'd we go first?
We went to Madison to the Wool and Grace.
Will and Grace. No, that was not Madison. That was
Summit. Which was a really cute town.
Cute town. So Summit, Will and Grace, they were really nice. Oh yeah, everybody has websites. Will and Grace, very, very cute. We had a really nice time. The owners were lovely. The one lady, did she work there or was she just there?
No, I think
She made the Clemson blanket. Her daughter's going to Clemson.
Oh no, she worked there 'cause she rang
She
me up.
worked there. Oh, she worked there, and she had just did an awesome blanket for her daughter who's going
It's
to
on
Clemson.
Instagram.
So we were talking about that. It's on your Instagram. Their Instagram.
Their Instagram is that
Yep.
photo.
Wool
Yes,
and
Wool
Grace.
and Grace. Well, isn't that a cute name?
Very cute.
And then we drove to Madison, and we went to the Blue Pearl, and that was really nice too. And that's where I found my yarn for my sweater.
So
And if
the
you-
last episode we talked about, I said, "Oh, Lee needs yarn. Does anybody want to
Yeah.
trade?" Except
I found it
it
because
took
it
me
took her
forever
a month
to edit
the thing.
and
So now I have
Sorry.
it. And then we went to
Maybe
Ross.
Snooki's store was
Oh,
there.
Snooki's store was there. So Christina, Christina went to Toronto, and someone said to her, "Oh, you're from New Jersey? Do you know Snooki?" And she's like, "No." She has a store. It's right across from the Blue. It's right across from the Blue Pearl. It's Snooki's store. You can dress like Snooki.
So funny. So
we didn't go
funny.
in, but anyway, we saw it. We
That's
know where it is.
awful.
You're all done?
No, not yet. And then we went. I know it was 10-minute videos, a lot longer. And then
It's
we
a
went
long
to Ross Farm in Basking Ridge, and that's where I went to see
So
this
lovely.
little. It was lovely, and I think Carrie had a good time.
I
you?
did.
She did. I drug her there,
But
but
it was really nice.
it was really great, and it was a beautiful place. So I'll insert some video and little clips that we took that day. And there we are at Wool and Grace. I love their logo.
Want to give knitting
logo.
a try?
Yeah. There we go.
It's cute.
Going in. Here the cubby sale.
the Jersey Shore.
Ooh, look how pretty. Hello.
Hi.
Ooh.
Yeah, you should be at the shore now.
Uh,
We're going to Ross's farm.
Oh,
So we decided to.
We're at the Blue Pearl. Checking it out. Look at those big. There's crochet. Cute.
Going to the Thursday Farmers Market.
I love the big flowers. This is pretty. Ooh, so pretty. Look at everything.
Places to crochet.
And then so that's it. So have a great 2 weeks. Probably won't record for a little bit, right?
No.
And no,
We may not record till farm days again. So
What?
it's like 2 months. That's like a month and a half away.
farm days, yeah, exactly. And it's gonna
Oh, they're
take me 2
busy.
weeks to get this up, and then September is bananas. Start of school.
That's
right?
the best time of year.
I've got a kindergartner.
Oh, Chase didn't get to go to his first day kindergarten. He had strep throat.
Oh, that's right. I'll have extra free time though.
Then
'cause
you
I
better edit and post
I have
more.
2 in full day school.
You're living. Time to go back to work
Living
full
the good
time.
Yeah, that was the plan. We kept
Yeah, it
saying when
happens
he,
like
when
that.
he goes to kindergarten, I was like,
I got
"Oh."
pregnant. You can get pregnant.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I am happy.
I had that
I
kid.
can barely handle 2. We are good.
Once you hit 2, it's fine.
Done. Good. We're good. Shop's closed.
I did. My kids were in school full time and
Shop's
I
closed.
had another one.
Nope, done.
All right. Well, they're breaking the tent down around us, and it's getting loud. So, might
so
as
we
well
had
say
a
goodbye.
tent,
And Chase, you want to say hello and say goodbye?
and there's
Time for dinner.
Carrie
Say hi, Carrie.
and Grandma, my mom and Grandpa. Okay.
I'm not. properly
We're
dressed
never
for
properly
this.
dressed for this.
She's not happy that she's in this with her
She has
basket.
her basket.
That's her basket. Show everybody your
This
basket.
is, no, dude, this is Dee's.
Oh, come on.
All right,
Karen.
folks.
Put that in the bloopers.
Enjoy the rest of your summer. Knit, crochet, make, and have some fun. Have a cocktail.
Cheers.
Later.